Welcome to Days Behind, where we unveil the trivia and stories behind holidays and national days. On the island of Oahu, in the early hours of December 7th, 1941. The world felt peaceful. The sun was just beginning to warm the Hawaiian air, casting a soft golden light across the tranquil waters of Pearl Harbor. Sunday morning promised a day of rest for thousands of American sailors, soldiers, airmen. Some still asleep in their bunks, others at breakfast, writing letters home, preparing for church. A world away from the conflicts raging across Europe and Asia. The gentle lapping of waves against the steel hulls. A steady and reassuring heartbeat. This sense of security, however, was a fragile illusion. Far out at sea, hidden by the vastness of the Pacific, a formidable force was moving silently toward its target. The Empire of Japan, seeking to cripple the American fleet and secure dominance, had dispatched a fleet of 6 aircraft carriers. From their decks, hundreds of planes launched into the dawn sky, their engines a low drone soon to grow into a terrifying roar. Trained for this single, decisive mission, the pilots flew with precision, eyes on maps detailing Pearl Harbor and ships to destroy. The first wave appeared shortly before 8. At first, some mistook them for an American training exercise. Then the red circle, the rising sun, came into view, followed by deafening explosions and piercing machine gun fire. Bombs fell on Wheeler, then Hickam, destroying American planes on the ground. The calm was ripped apart, chaos, smoke, alarms, a desperate call to arms that had come too late. Sailors, many barely out of their teens, scrambled to battle stations, some still in dress whites or pajamas. Torpedo bombers came in low over the water. Their deadly payloads found their marks. USS Oklahoma capsized. USS California and USS West Virginia were hit and began to sink into the shallow harbor. Dive and high-level bombers rained destruction on ships and airfields, burning hangars and rows of parked aircraft. About an hour later, a second wave of 171 aircraft met fiercer, if overwhelmed, defenses. USS Nevada got underway, targeted to block the channel. Heavily damaged, she beached herself, a symbol of defiance. In less than 2 hours, it was over. Among all the vessels, none holds a more solemn place than USS Arizona, moored at berth F7, a symbol of naval power. At approximately 8:10 a.m., a 1,760-pound armor-piercing bomb struck the forward part of the ship, penetrated the armored deck, and detonated in the forward powder magazine. The violent eruption lifted the battleship and tore it apart. Fires consumed the ship almost instantly. 1,177 officers and crew were lost, nearly half of all American deaths that day. Smoke and oil burned for 2.5 days. The ship sank where she lay. Over 900 remain entombed within the sunken hull, a sacred grave. In 1962, the USS Arizona Memorial was dedicated, Alfred Price's white form spanning, but not touching the ship. Its sagging center suggests initial defeat. Strong ends signify ultimate victory and resilience. Inside, a marble wall bears every name, a place of quiet contemplation, visited by millions from around the world. Iridescent slicks, the tears of the Arizona, still rise, as if the ship herself weeps for her lost crew. News of the attack spread with the speed of a shockwave, crackling radios interrupting Sunday dinners.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
The vote was nearly unanimous. The United States was officially at war. The sleeping giant had been awakened and filled with resolve as industry and people mobilized. America's entry transformed regional wars into a global struggle. Allies against the Axis. The attack failed to destroy the American carriers, soon pivotal at Midway 6 months later. Fuel storage and repair facilities survived, enabling a faster U.S. recovery and counterblow. Remember Pearl Harbor became a rallying cry. 2,403 dead, 1,178 wounded. The attempt to neutralize America ensured its unwavering commitment, ending in Allied victory in 1945. And yet, amid triumph, remembrance endures. Today we look back across the decades to that fateful Sunday morning. National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day is a solemn commemoration. We honor the 2,403 who lost their lives and the courage of those who fought back. Each year, wreaths are laid, bells tolled, and a moment of silence observed. Survivors, service members, leaders, and citizens gather to remember and learn. First-hand accounts recall the sound of planes, the smell of oil, the sight of a friend falling, and the desperate rescues. Remembering teaches vigilance, preparation, and the fragility of peace, even as former adversaries become allies. Pearl Harbor's legacy is both tragedy and resilience, loss and unity. These are not just names or relics. Their lessons guide us toward a more peaceful world. We will remember.